Hey, how's it going guys? Raj here. I hope you guys are well. It's been a long time since I've made a video. I've just been just off YouTube for a little bit longer than I was expecting. I just didn't feel like making any videos. I haven't really been interested in fragrances, to be honest, for a long while. Definitely haven't bought anything, but I've been thinking about making a video and coming back for a while. So what I wanted to do today was give you a quick review. Just filming this one on my phone, nothing special in terms of cameras and editing and all that. Let me just pretty much shoot from the hip and give you my thoughts on what I think is a fantastic fragrance from the house of Christian Dior. This is Eau Sauvage Parfum. This is the 2017 version. The original one came out in 2012 and I actually did review that one. I gave it a pretty good score. So what do I think about this one? Well, this one was basically reworked slightly. Francois Demachy, the in-house perfumer from Dior, what he's done with this one is make it a little bit more softer, a little bit more rounded, and a little bit more sweeter, I think, than the 2012 version, which was lovely, but had a slightly more aggressive side to it, a little bit more stronger, I feel. But this one, you know, what Dior have tried to do here is go back to the original Eau Sauvage that came out in 1966. It's still a completely different fragrance, but definitely in this one, you do pick up on that opening freshness, that bergamot, that lively, bracing, very zesty top. And yeah, it does bring to mind the original Eau Sauvage, but what this fragrance does is that it adds a lot more depth to the original DNA of Eau Sauvage, and adds in elemi, which is a resin. Dior say that they get their elemi from the Philippines. I'm sure they use natural elemi, but also, you know, supplement it with some synthetic notes. They add in vetiver as well, which was in the 2012 version as well. And this from the start has a lot going on, actually, a lot more than just bergamot and, you know, the resins and the roosiness from the vetiver. You get a kind of grassiness as well, a forest-like sweetness, a deep, verdant, very green, foresty feel, which is really unique, to be honest. I think this fragrance, if you think about sort of modern men's designer mainstream releases, this is a very, very unique type of fragrance. You're not really going to be smelling this one in all the latest releases. This is quite a standout fragrance. You're not going to smell ordinary, you definitely will stand out. So the opening of this fragrance, I've done kind of sprayed on a little bit about 20 minutes ago, and it settles into something a little bit more smokier, but nothing too aggressive. It's still a very balanced fragrance. The vetiver comes through. I also get potentially a bit of like a dry kind of patchouli leaves feel, adding to that earthiness, but it never goes off into, you know, like anything that is too muddy or soil-like. It's just a hint of that. Imagine like a forest where it's just rained and you've got maybe some bergamot trees around and you get the zest from the bergamot, uplifting the fragrance, but it's also grounded in a lot of these darker, heavier base notes. And in many ways, this fragrance is very much, it's like it's base notes from the start, you know, and it kind of continues like that. Longevity on my skin is pretty good without being anything too crazy. You know, 6 or 7 hours of good performance. It feels very classy. It has a very mature feel to it. Now, you don't have to necessarily be an older person to wear this. You wear what you want, no matter what age you are, and you can pick any occasions. But I just picture a more mature individual and in a more formal settings, to be honest. Now, I've worn this in casual times. You can wear any fragrance anywhere, to be honest, but I still think there are more ideal times to wear this fragrance, and it feels like when you're dressed up a little bit more, it fits in well. Yeah, longevity is good. Really good projection on this one. Now, the sillage, or the scent trail that is left behind you as you walk around, is sometimes difficult to pick up on as the fragrance wearer, because you don't necessarily smell your scent trail all the time, although sometimes you can. My dad is a big fan of this fragrance. He wore this, I've smelled this on him multiple times, and especially in the opening couple of hours, it really leaves this wonderful scent trail and fills the air. And actually, I find with this fragrance, you know, sometimes us fragrance enthusiasts or anyone who's really testing a fragrance will, you know, you'll get the fragrance sprayed on the skin and kind of like dive straight in. It doesn't smell that great when you're up close to it. It really needs a bit of air to breathe and let the fragrance come towards you. It smells a bit too dense when you get up close and personal with the fragrance. So I find just a couple of applications to the chest, maybe one behind your neck, and maybe a light spray on clothing, although be careful because the juice is not orange, greenish, greeny yellowy, so it might stain. So on darker materials it will just sit nicely on fabric, and the fragrance just emanates nicely without being anything too loud and over the top. It does settle on the skin, so don't expect, well, at least not on me, a fragrance that is going to be pushing out forever. But super classy fragrance, a little bit more than what the notes suggest, but still, you know, a good amount of depth and a lot to enjoy in this fragrance. I really enjoy it. Do I prefer this version to the 2012? I probably like it just a little bit more. I gave that fragrance, I believe I rated it 9 out of 10. I'm definitely going to rate this one 9 out of 10 also. And guys, if you want to see more thoughts on from me on other Dior fragrances, I have a playlist which I will leave the link down below. And if you go to playlists on my channel, you'll see a bunch of different playlists on all different brands, you know, like Guerlain and Roger Dove, Frederic Malle, all these kinds of brands. So guys, just a kind of quick, fairly quickish review. A little bit rusty in terms of filming, but I would like to, you know, come back and make a few more reviews. I have been thinking about my channel. What do I want to continue? Do I want to stop making videos? It has, to be honest, entered my mind a few. It's been in my mind a little bit more stronger than it has in the past, but maybe that's just a natural thing after doing YouTube for a long time. But no, I'm not stopping my channel anytime soon. But I don't think I'm going to go back to like multiple videos every week, but maybe once every few weeks. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed while I've been away. I really do appreciate that. And if you like the video, drop a like. And if you're interested in this type of content, think about subscribing. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.